Hi, RD Bear here. Welcome to episode 56A in my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XII. Alright, well this is going to be another optional episode. I just want to do a couple of rare games. They're right near each other and they're kind of similar, so I thought it'd be better to combine them into a single episode. And they are both out here in the Wester Sand. Just one thing I just noticed, there's this guy, Rimzat here. If I remember correctly, he triggers a side quest if you talk to him. I will see offline if I can do that one yet. It involves a rather tough enemy and to defeat, and I don't know if I can do that yet. But I will try that off and on, off screen. Meanwhile, let's get going. I'm gonna put Flea on as soon as I get out there. Now, one thing we want to do if we're going for rare game, we do not want to have to contend with element or entites at the same time. So I want to keep zoning back and forth here until I get clear weather. Otherwise, I'll be fighting the entite and the rare game, and that will not be fun. Here we go. Right, 3 tries, and that's all it took. I mean, it's randomized, so I don't know how many tries it would take in general, but it took me 3 tries. Let me get onto Flea here, and we're heading for the... oh, there's that Rabanastre guard there. We're heading for the mid-vault. I've tried this a couple times off screen, by the way, so just so you know. And what I'm gonna do is, oh my goodness, he's right there. I can see him right in the background. See that sort of cloudy figure there next to the cactus. That is the one we're looking for. I'm going to... my strategy here is to clear out most of the area first so we don't get a lot of distraction. Let me fix my gambits first, though. Now, I'm clearing out the entire area because this guy wanders around, and I'm not... you know, if I lose track of him, there's no telling where I might meet him next. So I want to avoid him until I get the distractions out of the way. Alright. Well, alright. So, the name is Fideliant. I've got, let me change my gambits back to boss mode here. So Balthier is going to be casting all sorts of status effects. Ash is going to be trying to cast silence, which is a big problem with this guy because he casts dark all the time. And Vaan is just going to be Vaan, I guess.
Yeah.
Right, so we got silence. That's his main weapon, by the way, and is dark. So if, with silence, he can't do that, and that's half the battle, I think. Meanwhile, I think Bosch. I don't know if this guy is, or Bathir. I don't know if this guy is immune to stop or just very resistant to it. But let's try slow first. Yeah, I did take slow. Alright. Okay. I don't think we ever got to the stop one. Alright, so that was that. Not too bad. I think we've been waiting on these rare game too long, or I have been. So I wanted to get at least 2 out of the way now, but I did want to eventually, like next episode, start with the main story again, because I really want to get going with that again. That's one thing about RPGs is the world is in dire need of rescuing, but for some reason we can take several days out to spend on optional things. Don't really have anything with the main story. Anyway, so the next one is rather famous. Also undead, and the way you get that one to spawn is to get one of your parties down to critical health. So what I'm going to do is have that's why I have Vaan in the party. He's got the most HP, and so I'm gonna have Ash hit him like repeatedly until he gets down to his critical health, which I believe is somewhere around like 1/10 of his normal HP or max XP, so which is 250. So it's gonna be a bit. Probably not all the way down to that far. Probably down to like between 500 and 1,000, and then I'll cast poison and let that do the rest. Poison will take forever though if I just use that alone. So let's get started on that program. Now, one thing I want to make sure is I've got Gambit set up here. First of all, to not cure anybody, or not cure Vaan, because that would just undo all the progress we've been making. So Cura. I'll turn those off. Balthier has a potion. And what I want to do is wait for when the rare game shows up. You can the first sign of that is that you somebody will draw their weapon. And so I'll keep my finger right hovering over the R key there, and if I see anybody draw their weapon, I'll know to change those gambits back, because it's no use to it's no. We don't want. We want to go into cure mode instead of hurt mode. So let's see. Let's go ahead and start attacking here. I'm attacking with actually, Vaan has the lowest attack power, I think. Yeah. But the problem with that is his well, that actually wouldn't be too bad. Let's have Vaan attack himself, actually. Well, no, see, okay, so that would be a problem. Yeah, his weapon has side effects, and I don't want to have to deal with those. So let's just use Ash. The problem with doing these things more than once is you start realizing all the subtleties and the tactics, and then it gets harder and harder, not easier and easier. Alright, so I've got Vaan down to 600 or so, and what I'm going to do, hang on. I'm going to make sure I have a potion, or an antidote. Gambit here. Okay, so I'll turn those back on once the enemy has appeared here, and then on Ash, I'll have her attack cast poison on Vaan. Okay. So poison, you lose health at like 1/16 of your max HP at a time. So a nice slow pace there. We can undo that without too much problems, or without too much of a problem. I guess that missed. Hang on. Alright, that's better. I'm also casting Shell on Vaan because I don't, if our mark, or if our rare game does get a dark spell in, I don't want Vaan to take too much damage, and I don't think the poison will be affected by that. Okay. So all we have to do is wait. As soon as somebody draws their weapon, I will hit the R button and start curing and fixing Vaan back, and then let everybody's gambits take or do their thing. All right. Gambits, turn on potion. Turn on potion and antidote. Turn on Cura and Cure. So hopefully, and then she'll start doing her silence to keep any more darks from coming in. So this is the trickiest part about this rare game, is that you have to get one of your party down to almost 0 HP, which makes them very vulnerable to attack until you can get it fixed again. Anyway. So this is the famous Dustia. Yeah, he's going to cast Dark, but I think the potion should be taking effect before that gets cast. Right. Why isn't she going with silence? I don't know. She's still casting Cure, I guess. Oh, oh, there we go. Annul. Or silence. So, he's slowed. I think is more vulnerable to stop. Now, one thing with these undead enemies, and to me this is kind of cheating, so I don't do it, but if you do an item and then throw a phoenix down at them, supposedly they just die right away. I don't generally do that because it seems like a exploit to me, but like it's whatever. That's the easy way, I guess. Okay, Ash has lost all her MP, which is not the end of the world. It's yeah, there we go. Okay. Alright, so that was Dustia, and there is a whole Dustia exploit where you you stand right next to the border here, and apparently, I've never done it really, but you stand right next to the border, you wipe him out with the Phoenix down, and before the EXP and LP numbers can appear, you zone out to the next area, and apparently that helps to respawn him, or helps to increase your chain level or whatever. And the drops you get more than pay for the cost of Phoenix Downs, so that you actually make a profit on average. Plus you get a whole bunch of EXP and whatnot. I don't believe in that kind of thing, so I'm just gonna do him once, and that's it. I'm not gonna use the Phoenix Down thing or the zoning thing. Anyway, so that is it for Fideliant and Dustia. Next time we'll be getting back to Paramina Rift. Hope you'll join me for that. And until then, bye.